What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Folks, fam, friends, what's going on? We're back again with another episode of The Beat Block. The Beat Block, the Beat Block, the Beat Block. Episode 35, featuring beats by Admiral Atlas, CDT Beats, Curtis King, Chemtrail, Lexine Productions, Moon Garden, making her debut on the show, No Shenanigans. And rounding it out with none other than Rudist. Shout outs to shout outs to the fam, Platform Collection, the train, the engine that is running through your area with the podcast. Not only do we have the Beat Block, we also have the Heartful Truth. We also have Chris Sees the Internet. We also have Parker Edison Project coming at you in full effect. While we have you here, please hit that like button, please subscribe, please make a comment so you can keep up to date with everything that's going on Platform Collection. Speaking on what's going on with Platform Collection, we got some news on some merch perhaps coming on with Platform Collection with all the shows, new designs. But we'll get to more of that later, you know what I mean? Poncho's got a live show coming up in Barrio Logan, December 17th. Shout outs to So Loca. This is Sewing is Life art show. Over 40 plus artists. Performances by Air Wallace and No Shenanigans, Rhyme Style Troupe, and of course the Invisible Ponchos. And your boy Gene Flo is gonna definitely drop a DJ set as well. So come through. If you're in the San Diego area, Barrio Logan, So Loca. It's also an art supply drive, so if you have any art supplies that you want to donate, or if you can grab some art supplies to donate, please bring them with you, as this is an art supply drive. And come through and check out all the art that we got on the wall. I know for a fact right now, So Loca and Manny are moving around the studio, prepping some things, getting it right. Shout out to them, salute to them for putting together such a dope event. We also have our topic of the day, our deal of the week, and our dig of the week, of course. And shout out to everybody pulling up in the chat room. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Shout out to the community, Beat Block alumni community. Like I always say about community, what's community without communication? What's communication without transparency? So feel free to jump in the chat if you have anything to say, any questions to ask. Open dialogue. Shout out to Victor Osuna, aka Admiral Atlas.
And you know that's right.
Shout out to OG Belinda here for the daily dosage of beats. Hey, shout out to Belinda pulling up to the So Loca smoking stitch. Let's go. Well, folks, fam, friends, gather around, grab a snack. If you're working out, hopefully this motivates you to keep on going throughout that workout. If you're doing work, homework, what have you, I appreciate you guys for taking any moment you have that you do have to join us here on the Beat Block. Beat Block. Beat Block. Beat Block. Well, you guys came here for the beats, so we're gonna go ahead and jump right into those beats. Like I said, just to remind you, for those who are just tuning in with us, we got beats tonight by Admiral Atlas, CDT Beats, Curtis King, Chemtrail, Lexine Productions, Moon Garden, No Shenanigans, and Rudis. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. Folks, fam, friends, we got our first producer of the night. He just dropped in some fresh, new exclusive for the Beat Block alumni community. So let's go ahead. He's in the chat right now, too. So shout outs to our first, producer of the night, kicking off episode 35, Admiral Atlas. Kicking it off tonight, bringing the vibes, bringing some energy, Admiral Atlas. I like it. I like the distortion in the beat. I like the sample chop. Was waiting for a change up, but it's all good. That was fresh. We'll get you on the next one, right? If you like what you heard, make sure you stay tuned. There's definitely going to be more Admiral Atlas later on in the show. OG Hip Hop Eddie in the building. Okay, Belinda, I see you. Multitasking, cooking some dinner, and jamming. That's what's up. Appreciate you jamming right here with us on the Beat Block. Next up, we have another Beat Block alumni vet. Always coming through with some heavy energy, so that's dope to have him back to back. Following up with Admiral Atlas. Already know what kind of energy we're going to get to kick off this episode. So there's some variety. It's a cool blend today. Let's get right into our next producer. Folks, fam, friends, let's give it up for CDT Beats. Caught a little bonus footage on the end there, but give it up for CDT Beats. Like I said, I already knew we were going to get back-to-back energy. Admiral Atlas kicking off the show, bringing back-to-back with CDT Beats. Oof. Okay. Cold as ice. We had a lot of ice emojis. People were feeling that one. If you like what you heard, stay tuned. There's going to be more CDT Beats later on in the show. As well as there's going to be more Admiral Atlas later on in hour number 2. Next up, we haven't had this guy on the show in a minute, and I'm glad we were able to get him in rotation this week. And it's a special, it's funny how the universe works. Just to share a story, there's a producer on the show tonight making their debut, and they shared me a little story about our next producer, and I think it was pretty cool that we were able to get him on the same show tonight. So folks, fam, friends, let's give it up for our next producer, Curtis King.
Curtis King Productions.
That's my guy right there. What can we say? That shit was banging. Give it up for Curtis King. We seem to be trending in an upward swing with the energy. Getting us kicked off right for episode 35. Back to back to back. Right out of the gates, Admiral Atlas, CDT Beats, and Curtis King. Put that in your tape deck and spin that.
And you know that's right.
Folks, with those three right there, back to back to back, you already know what kind of day we're going to have.
Looks like it's going to be a great day today.
That's right, that's right. If you like what you heard, stay tuned. There's going to be more Curtis King later on in the show, as well as CDT Beats And kicking off tonight's show, Admiral Atlas. We're getting off to a hot start. We got people bouncing. We got people popping and locking. People hype. Let's go. Beat block. Beat block. I know we had a trajectory going upswing. High energy. Heavy energy. We're about to tune it down just a little bit for y'all. San Diego, stand up. Folks, fam, friends, give it up for Chemtrail. For Chemtrail. For Chemtrail. For Chemtrail. For Chemtrail. It just dawned on me right now as I was listening to this last beat from Chemtrail. I know dude's a skater. So now it makes full circle sense to me that the vibes that he's creating, he's making his own skate video soundtrack. He's making shit to where when he's skating along, skating through these streets, he's vibing. That's pretty dope. Folks, fan friends, give it up for Chemtrail. For Chemtrail. I was definitely feeling that one. Definitely just a bop. You know, that head bop. That cruise. That cruise vibe. Contemplative vibe, you know. I've been trying to associate vibes more with emotion specific. And that one was very contemplative. Stay tuned if you like what you heard. There's going to be more Chemtrail later on in the show. Yeah, Belinda. Definitely cold weather vibes. Yep. I agree. With that last track from Chemtrail, it's going to lead us right into our first break of the night. So I'm going to be right back after this message from my fam, the Parker Edison and the Parker Edison Project. This is the Beat Block.
What comes to mind when you think of American culture? Apple pie, bumper stickers, Hulk Hogan, bald eagles? I'm Parker Edison, the host of the Parker Edison Project, a podcast that zooms way in on what makes a culture: community, Food, music, style, sex, fashion.
Siri, what are hoe hoops?
Absurdly, ridiculously huge cubic zirconium encrusted hoop earrings, at least 4 inches in diameter.
From the laws to the gallery walls, we explore who controls the narrative and its impact on how we see ourselves.
Growing up as a child, I spent a lot of time in museums, but going inside of those portrait rooms, like I never saw us. And the pictures that I did see of us were in large part serving someone or in the background somewhere. And I just didn't want to see that happen with younger people. I felt like they needed to see a representation of themselves in those spaces.
And we talk with the underground heroes who tell the untold history of Southeast San Diego, the movements that have transformed the community and education at large.
I'm gonna be straight up honest. The improv, for those that experienced it, there's nothing like it. It was our Harlem Renaissance. You had to experience it to know it. And that goes back to a greater issue that I have, is that we don't tell our story. Southeast doesn't write its story. There's such a legacy of culture and community, from hip hop to jazz to blues to R&B to soul music in San Diego, that it's like a chosen few know.
We talk about the values that really make America great.
Somebody asked me, what do I love about being Black? And that was such a great question considering everything that's been going on. And I think about it all the time. And so I brought it down to, like, ask my students, what do you love about themselves, about you? There's so many examples of people trying to blend in, and ask them to give me something individual that they like about themselves. Believing in yourself and loving yourself is like a big part of being self-aware and mature, and, lends to more empathy.
Tune in, have a laugh, connect with the community, and catch these gems.
I'm gonna take my victory right there. I'm gonna take my victory.
Of course you would. Of course you would, because I heard you've been taking L's.
Yo, listen.
Get the Parker Edison Project at kpbs.org/podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
When I bust, it's more than just saying a rhyme. It's a train of thought that I conduct to run through your mind. Let it ride the track engineered by my imagination. So have no fear, the trip will never be whack.
KPBS On Demand is supported by the San Diego County Toyota dealers, committed to enhancing the driving experience with vehicles like the 2022 Camry with an available 301 horsepower V6 engine. To learn more, visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota.
Give it up to my guy Parker Edison and the Parker Edison Project. They're gearing up for season 3. So go ahead, while they're gearing up for season 3, check out season 1, check out season 2. Stay up to date with everything that's going on with Parker Edison. And how you can also do that is by giving a follow to Platform Collection on Instagram, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, leaving a comment on this video so you can stay up to date with everything that's going on with Platform Collection. That's including Parker Edison Project. As well as Chris Sees the Internet, The Heartful Truth, and as well as The Beat Block. Folks, at this time, you already know we get right into the topic of the day. I just wanted to touch base on the topic of organization. That's one thing that's been popping up in my head lately, signs that I've been seeing that I can get a little better with my organization. It's okay. If you guys are struggling with time management or trying to keep files in order, or you're losing flashcards for your SP, it's all good. You know what I mean? Start with one thing at a time. Find something that you can do to give yourself a routine. I think a routine is a key part of being organized. And being organized allows you to free some space in your mind for that flow state. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're always trying to keep everything in your head, you're not writing stuff down, you're not keeping a note on your phone or something, you're always just going to occupy that space in your head that you can free up to apply instead of having to like think and remember all these things when you can just write it down. Give yourself a note. That's just something that I'm going through at this moment. And I thought I'd share it with you guys. And if anybody out there is also experiencing moments of noticing that, oh, you know what, I can be a little bit more organized in this area, or I can be a little bit more organized in this area, you know, hit me up. Let me know. Let's talk about it. Perhaps we can help each other get a little bit more organized.
And you know that's right.
Folks, fam, friends, this is the episode 35 of the Beat Block. The Beat Block. In the beginning of the show, prior to our break, just to catch up anybody who's just now tuning into the show, may have missed it in the beginning, we had Admiral Atlas kicking off the show, followed by CDT Beats. Making his comeback to the show for a very long time, we had Curtis King. We had Beat Block alumni vet Chemtrail. And now when we're going to get right back into the beats, we got some more exclusive. Our next producer hit me up, said if he can send in some more beats. I said, you already know.
And you know that's right.
So we got some new exclusive beats. This is our second new exclusive that we got tonight. Let me just check that. Yep, this is our second exclusive of the night. Folks, fan friends, let's give it up for Lexine Productions.
Lexine Productions.
Give it up for the blues brother himself, Lexine Productions. Definitely was feeling that guitar sample. The drums were sick. Cool vibe to come back right after the break. If you like what you heard, stay tuned. There's definitely going to be more Lexine Productions later on in the show, as well as our other producers we've had on tonight, Admiral Atlas, CDT Beats, Curtis King, Chemtrail. Shout out to my brother, fellow Poncho, fellow Platform Collection, fam, squad, Kill C-Ray in the building. Shout out to one of the illest designers in the San Diego area pulling up in the building. Welcome to the Beat Block, fam. Russ Taka. We got our next producer, Beat Block alumni vet. Always comes through with the dope vibes. I saw somebody earlier say time for a bowl with the smoke. Well, OG Belinda, this might be another time for you to get another bowl in, because this next producer is vibes. Folks, fam, friends, give it up for Moon Garden.
Me.
What is it?
I
The farewell note?
don't know. Maybe.
OG Belinda, are you back? Belinda. Bass to Belinda. Checking in. Folks, fam, friends, give it up. That was Moon Garden. Giving us a little taste of some meditative vibes. I just wanted to close my eyes and ride that wave. Have it lift me. Take me out of there. That was dope. If you like what you heard, stay tuned. There's going to be more Moon Garden later on in the show. OG Belinda's back in the building.
And you know that's right.
Folks, fam, friends, I'm excited for our next producer. We finally got her on the show. And full circle moment having her on the show with Curtis King. She's played drums for the Invisible Ponchos on a couple occasions and has killed it. She makes beats on occasion and kills it. She rocks the stage with her husband on some real fam, and they kill it. And we got some new exclusive for the Beat Block community making her debut. Folks, fam, friends, let's give it up for No Shenanigans. Beat Block. Okay. I say this every time. This is episode 35, and we're 35 for 35 when it comes to Beat Block debuts. Folks, fam, friends, give it up. No Shenanigans. There's definitely no shenanigans going on with these beats right now. Appreciate you, OG Belinda. Nothing but fire emojis for the newest member of the Beat Block alumni community. Bass for your face. No Shenanigans. If you like what you heard, stay tuned. There's going to be more No Shenanigans later on in the show, as well as Admiral Atlas, CDT Beats, Curtis King, Chemtrail, Lexine Productions, Moon Garden. Oh man, and our next producer. But before we get into our next producer, I just want to do a vibe check. Vibe check for everybody who's watching, for everybody in the chat. Vibe check. How we feeling? Everyone feeling good? Take a moment to take a deep breath. Just want to say, take a moment for gratitude. Definitely grateful for being able to do this, bring the show to the community. I appreciate the community, because without the community, then there would be no show. And I appreciate every single one of the Beatbox alumni members and everybody taking a moment, a second, a minute, an hour out of their day to tune in to the Beatbox and Everything Platform Collection. So we appreciate you. And one of the biggest things you can do to support us is support the people that we support by sharing, dropping comments, hitting likes, subscribing, giving follows, sending messages to these producers, these artists that we have on our shows. It helps us out, it helps them out, and it helps you out. You guys get put up onto people that you may not know, and you may learn something about someone that you think you know. Speaking about learning something from somebody that I think I know, I always learn something new every time I cross paths with this cat. Making his way in the building, fashionably, just on time. Folks, fan friends, Parker Edison in the building. But yeah, man, thank you guys. Everybody, every view, every comment, every mention of the show to your fam, your folks, your friends. Much appreciated. So salute. Strolling in right behind Parker, make some noise for Vic Bond P. It's a family affair now. Episode 35 is now. I always say this, Vic, when you pull up, it's never a party. The episode doesn't get started until Vic Von P's in the building. Salute, day one. Enough jibber jabber. Enough of this talking mess. We can talk on Talking Shop, which we did last week. Go ahead and check that out. Sorry, Parker, that was a little promo for the Lolo. And speaking of Lolo, homie's always bringing the high vibes. See what I did there? Bringing the high vibes, bringing that cool energy. Speaking of supporting artists and supporting people we support, go support this cat. Just drop in sample packs left and right. Go get those sounds. Go get those samples. Go get those beats. And right now you're going to get some of exclusive new drops from Beatblock alumni vet Rudis Productions. Rudis. You know how to play this game, and he knows how to play it well. He just likes to, he knows just hour number one, just dangle that carrot. Just give him a little appetizer. Just give him a little tease. I'm going to drop 40 seconds of something fire just so they tune in for the second hour of the show. Now, with that said, if you like what you heard, stay tuned. There's going to be more Rudis later on in the show. Man, I really like that sample. It reminded me of like the intro to like a 70s Hanna-Barbera cartoon. I was actually just watching some of that stuff the other night. So that's fresh in my mind. So when I was hearing that sample, hearing those horns, I was like, oh, this sounds some like 60s, 70s Hanna-Barbera, however you want to say it, cartoons. But like I was saying, we're going to have more Admiral Atlas on the show, CDT Beats, Curtis King, Chemtrail, Lexine Productions, Moon Garden, No Shenanigans, and our last drop, Rudis Productions. Folks, fan friends, we're going to take just a quick break. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
And you know that's right.
Thank you. Blessed to be here every Monday. Hey, man, blessed to have you, Vic Pompey. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. All right, folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. After this word from my brothers, Kill C. Ray and OG Hip Hop Eddie, this is Chris C's The Internet.
What's up, Beat Block alumni? Check out my show, Chris Sees the Internet, every Sunday, 7 p.m., hosted by myself, Kill C. Ray, and OG Hip Hop Eddie. If you like in-depth interviews, underground hip-hop, culture, and tech, then Chris Sees the Internet is the place for you. Every Sunday, 7 p.m., right here on Platform Collection. Gene Flo, I see you, man.
Kill C. Ray, right back at you. I see you, bro. That's my brother right there. Visible Poncho's in the building. Platform Collection in the building. Pardon. Was just making a little bit of an adjustment. But yeah, catch Chris Sees the Internet Sundays, 7 p.m. right here on Platform Collection. Dive into the archives of that show. Catch all the interviews. Catch all the gems. If you're an independent artist who's trying to weave their way through this lane, this ups and downs, the peaks and valleys, go get a notebook and just go Chris Sees the Internet Platform Collection, YouTube. Pick any one and just start taking notes. And by the end of one, you'll definitely have your way. By the end of 10 episodes, if you don't have your guide, your North Star, keep watching. Because you're definitely going to get it if you keep watching Chris Sees the Internet. I'm excited for future episodes. There's some cool stuff coming up. I heard through the grapevine. They're bringing back some old goodies and bringing some new to the show coming up soon. So stay tuned for that. All right, folks, if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. Give you a little rundown on how this works. If you've tuned in before, if you're a Beat Block alumni vet, you already know how we do. We go through one time. Hour number one, we run it through. Everybody gets one take. We hear them out. We take a couple breaks. We talk about some things. And then we get into hour number two. Now, hour number two, we double it up. This is the 2-4 block of the Beat Block, where everybody gets two back-to-back beats. Get their own block right here on the Beat Block. But before we get into hour number two, real quick, before I forget, I just want to talk real quick about a deal about the deal of the day. Let me just go ahead and switch screens here. It's a free plugin from SoftTube. If you own, say, a Focusrite Scarlett or any Focusrite interface, you probably have had access to SoftTube plugins through their plugin collective bundle that you get free through having one of those interfaces. You just got to register, set up an account. You get all these access to free plugins, free sounds monthly or every other month. They were doing it monthly. Now they're doing it like every other month, sometimes through every quarterly now. But they're still getting it out there. It's free. And today's deal is their saturation tube. It's just a saturation tube. Keeping it simple today. It's too good to be free. But it is, it says. As you can see here, it's literally just a one knob saturation. You can choose to keep the high frequencies or the high transients, help to keep it neutral, or you want to give it more of a low boost with the saturation so it doesn't distort out the saturation on the low end, but it makes it nice and gives it this nice warmth. You can catch it over on softtube.com. This is not a sponsored ad. This is just stuff that I use that I wanted to go ahead and pass along to you guys. Again, if I can give you free stuff, I'll give you free stuff all day. If I can find things that won't hurt your wallet too much, I'll try to find that. But yeah, we'll just give it up to SoftTube and the SoftTube saturation. Trust me, throw it on your drum tracks, throw it on your master, throw it on anything. Give it some nice harmonic grit that's not too distorted, but it's got like a soft, warm distortion, if you know what I'm saying.
And you know that's right.
So give it up, man. That was today's deal of the day. And we'll give it right back to hour number 2. Hey, what up, fam? James Washington pulling up in the building. What up, brother? Hope you're doing good. Hope everything's well. Glad to see you pulling up to the beat block. Just in time for hour number 2. He pulled up in hour number 1 and kicked off episode 35 with some crazy heavy energy, some exclusive new for the beat block community. Folks, fam, friends, give it up. We got some more exclusives. This is 2 for Admiral Atlas. Beat block.
Just chillin'. Killin'.
True, true.
That last one had me going. Admiral Atlas always got the dope vocal chops in his beats. Is always going to make you laugh. Give it up. That was 2 for Admiral Atlas. Admiral Atlas. Admiral Atlas definitely came through on some Smokers vibes tonight. I ain't mad at it. Smoke it if you got it. Folks, if you like what you heard, give him a follow, send him a message, tell him the Beat Block sent you.
And you know that's right.
We got the name on the board. Follow him at __. That's right. 2 underscores. Admiral __ again. Atlas __ Admiral __ Atlas. Give him a follow. Tell him you want some more of those soundtrack vibes, some Smokers vibes. Yeah, man. Admiral Atlas, what can we say? Beat Block alumni vet. Shout out to No Shenanigans pulling up in the building. No Shenanigans, we got you on the debut in the first hour. Killing it. Appreciate you for coming through. You already know how we do. It's the Beat Block alumni crew. Bars. CDT Beats, you're not late, bro. You're just in time. We're just in time. We got plenty of show left ahead of us. We got more CDT Beats ahead of us, actually, real soon. Some How High vibes, yeah. Yes, sir. Fire emojis, light it up. CDT Beats, like I said, you're not late, bro. We're going to give it up to our next producer. Since he's pulling up fashionably on time, right on time, perfect time. Folks, fam, friends, this is 2 for CDT Beats. Beat Block. CDT Beats.
CDT Beats.
Ooh, okay. Someone dropped it in the chat. James Washington said the 808s was 808ing. I couldn't agree more. That second one, CDT Beats, Gene Flo collaboration, that was a sample this flip. If you guys follow me on Instagram at Gene_Flo, I do the sample flips. I put those out there for you guys to flip them. If you guys want the files to those posts, the link's in my bio. Just click on sample this files or sample this, what have you. It'll take you to a Dropbox and you can download all the stems from those samples. And I'm definitely going to bring those back. It's been a minute since I've done one. And that just confirmed that we're definitely going to have to bring back the sample this. Keep those going on a more consistent basis. As well as our chopping block, beat block chopping block edition. But we'll get into that later on in the show. Folks, fam, friends, that was 2 for CDT Beats. CDT Beats. If you like what you heard, the name's on the screen. Grab your phone, go over to Instagram and search the letter C, the letter D as in dog, the letter T as in Tom, Beats with the Z at the end, BEATZ, CDT Beats. If you want some more of that boom boom, that 808, go boom boom. Say what's up, man. Send him a message. Give him a follow. Tell him the Beat Block sent you.
And you know that's right.
All right, Belinda. Appreciate you for coming through. Always supporting the show. Good luck with those dishes. Hope the food was good. And I'm glad we can provide with a vibe for you tonight. Peace, 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 peace. Hope everyone's feeling good tonight. Episode 35. The 2-4 block. Just getting started, hour number 2. We had Admiral Atlas followed by CDT Beats. Next up, our next producer came through in hour number 1 after a long hiatus from the show, and I'm glad we can get him back on the show. If you guys are familiar with music production, beats, rapping, and YouTube, then you probably know our next producer. If you're just tuning in and you missed him in the first hour, you're wondering who I'm talking about. Folks, fam, friends, I'm going to need y'all to give it up. This is 2 for Curtis King.
The girl trying to slide you distracted. Consecutive hits, swinging 1,000 on average, the way that I'm batting. Pretty thing Latin, started with chatting and now we just bathing in satin. Mess with the talent, I might just come at your ribs like I'm Marilyn Manson. Yeah.
Beat block.
Trying to slide you distracted. Consecutive hits, swinging 1,000 on average, the way that I'm batting. Pretty thing Latin, started with chatting and now we just bathing in satin. Mess with the talent, I might just come at your ribs like I'm Marilyn Manson. Yeah. Girl trying to slide you distracted. Consecutive hits, swinging 1,000 on average, the way that I'm batting. Pretty thing Latin, started with chatting and now we just bathing in satin. Mess with the talent, I might just come at your ribs like I'm Marilyn Manson. Yeah.
Curtis King. The man has got people thiz dancing in their kitchen, putting pressure. Folks, fam, friends, that was 2 for Curtis King. Curtis King. Heavy, 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 heavy showing tonight by Curtis King. Always coming through. And if you're not already, go check out Curtis King. Just go to YouTube. You're already on YouTube. Type in Curtis King. Go check out Curtis King. Go see what he's about. And see the transition that he's taken on in his own path. And what he's doing now. It's a beautiful thing, man. Salute, 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 Curtis King. If you like what you heard, give him a follow, send him a message, tell him the Beat Block sent you.
And you know that's right.
We'll put the name back on the screen. Go ahead and grab that phone, go to Instagram and type in Curtis with 2 S's. Do not make that mistake, please. And don't let him know that you made that mistake. No 1 S around here. It's 2 S's. Curtis, Curtiss, King, King. And just go down the rabbit hole of Curtis King. That's all I got to say about that. Go get you some water. Mr. Osuna, go get you some water. Cool down, cool down. Oof. Hot, 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 hot. All right, folks, fam, friends, let's keep the show moving along. We're going to get right into our next producer. He came through in hour number 1 and put us in a nice headspace. Folks, fam, friends, let's give it up. This is 2 for Chemtrail. Beat block, beat block, beat block, beat block. Chemtrail. 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 Vibes, 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 vibes. Definitely feeling those two. Man, the bass lines. That was that last one with the saxophone and the bass line, the drums. Eesh. That was two for Chemtrail. Definitely a mood. Vic Von P says he can picture himself at the skate park. Same with Victor Osuna, skate park vibes. Yeah, man. Parker Edison said it's a mood. James West Washington with Wavy. Yes, sir. If you like what you heard, give him a follow, send him a message. Tell him the Beat Block sent you.
And you know that's right.
We got the name on the screen. Search Chemtrail, Kemtrell, Chemtrail, like chemtrail, but Chemtrail, Kemtrell. Hit him up. Tell him you want some more of those vibes. Start the conversation. Start a network. Build. Shoot, catch him in the streets. Catch him at the skate park. Say what up if you're here in the San Diego area. Yeah. Beat Block. Beat Block. Everyone cooling, everyone chilling, everyone vibing, having a good night. Hope everyone's getting a good start to their week. Appreciate everybody tuning in just for that second, just for a minute. Give it 5 minutes, give it 1 hour, what have you. Again, appreciate you. Thank you so much. A moment of gratitude for you guys for keeping the show going, supporting the show. Any bit of support helps the show grow so I can keep going for y'all and the Beat Block alumni community.
And you know that's right.
We had the second hour filled with Admiral Atlas, CDT Beats, Curtis King, and Chemtrail. Folks, fam, friends, we're going to take a step back, take a little breather, take a quick break after this message from the sisters of Platform Collection, Melly and 7 Octobers. This is the Heartful Truth.
Hey, what up, everyone? This is your host, Melly, and my co-host, 7 Octobers. We run the show called The Heartful Truth. Tune in every other Tuesday.
And The Heartful Truth, for those that don't know, it's a show where me and my sister have deep conversations with creatives and talk about heartfelt topics. You can find us on all streaming under The Heartful Truth or under Platform Collection YouTube channel for the video version. Hope you guys tune in. And also, if you're interested, follow us at The Heartful Truth on Instagram. And as you can see, we have dope t-shirts, we have merch. So if you want to support, go ahead and send us a message. And we thank you for tuning in. Peace.
Thank you. Peace.
Shout out, Melly and 7 Octobers. The Heartful Truth podcast, diving way in behind the artist and getting real personal, having cool conversations, getting to know the person behind the music, behind the art, behind the work, who you really are, what you're really doing. So go check them out. They're on fire right now. Again, right here on Platform Collections YouTube. If you hit that like button, you hit that bell icon and subscribe, you'll make sure to keep up to date with everything that's going on with Platform Collections so you don't miss the new Heartful Truth, new Beat Block, new Chrissy's the Internet, or new Parker Edison project.
And you know that's right.
Folks, right now, before we get into the last half hour of the show, we're going to dive into the dig of the week. And it's a special dig of the week because, speaking of the Heartful Truth, shout out to my girl, 7 Octobers. 7, you already know. I appreciate you. The homegirl went out there to the homie 60 East show playing with Evidence from Dilated Peoples, and I asked her, I said, yo, if you can get a record, you know, whichever record, you know, if you can hook it up, see what's up, you know. So she went out there and sent me this picture. But not only did she get the record, she sent a picture with Ev himself, Evidence, and he signed the record. If you know me, if you know what inspires me early getting into this music, what inspired me going through some of the lesser fun moments of my life, Evidence was a big role in that, musically and personally. Inspired me just to keep going and whatnot. So yeah, Evidence is the man. 7 Octobers is the fam for hooking this up. So shout out to 7 Octobers. To Gene Flo, much love, Evidence. And this record is Unlearning Volume 1. So definitely go get that. And next time you see Ev, see if you can get it signed. Join the club. Folks, fam, friends, that's this week's dig of the week. Yeah. 7 Octobers. Making the year, putting a bow tie on 2022 for your boy over here. With that hookup right there. Salute. I know we need to get back to the beats. We gonna end the show real soon. Before that, though, we got some more boom. Oh, heck yeah. What up, SD? What up, James? What up, James? We see you, man. Folks, fam, friends, let's give it up. Our next producer brought us some new exclusives to drop tonight for the community. And he's back for hour number 2. Let's give it up for This Is 2 for Lexon Productions. Beat block.
El Raziel. Seraphim Shabazz. Tahariel. Do you believe in the prophecies? The Messiah come and get our seeds and bring the peace back to Tel Aviv. True indeed, we've been all deceived. Now America is under siege. Even the citizens overseas. It's chemtrails in the air we breathe. At 13 and could barely read, but he could sell crack and roll weed. Niggas acting like they don't bleed till it's IVs and respirators. The Board of Ed can't educate us. Too many federal investigators. I left hell in the elevator. Next stop is the heaven raiser. To every bomb is a detonator. Is every traitor part of Al Qaeda? Or is it greater if it's legislator or a slave trader? Either way, they all need a prayer. Look at my logo in the moon crater. You can't hide behind your top layer, but I'm the old serpent dragon slayer. Spitting lasers at space invaders. Keep an eye out for tomb raiders. We cry out to the true savior. Another victim in the newspaper. I wonder why when the baby cry. Is it victims of the Most High? Or is it archangels close by? 12 tribes is the Lord's bride. But till then she a black widow. A young mother staring out the window of a sore pillow, more tears. Dear Lord, you the one to fear. I say it loud and clear. You know, it goes out for all those.
Give it up, give it up, give it up. That was 2 for Lexon Productions. Crazy, crazy energy. Super, super cinematic. That first one, the bars were crazy. That second one reminded me of Home Alone. That Home Alone had a fire soundtrack. Home Alone and Home Alone 2. I think John Williams did that soundtrack, if I'm not mistaken. He's the same dude who did Star Wars, Indiana Jones, all that big cinematic, dope soundtrack business. Victor Osuna says hella Doom vibes. Yeah, that I would say so. That sums it up about right. Victor Osuna, Admiral. I'm gonna say Admiral. I know who you are. Admiral Alice. I need to know, what do you mean by 70s pubic afros? What are we talking about over here? We're up in the chat and we just dropped 70s pubic afros. I need answers, bro. But while I get those answers, we're going to give it up. If you like what you heard, give them a message, give them a follow. Tell them the Beat Block sent you.
And you know that's right.
We'll put the name back on the screen for those tuning in at Lexzyne Productions, LEXZYNE Productions, Lexzyne Productions, LEXZYNE. If you want some of that big score, cinematic, heavy, big drums, big samples, heavy bass, go to Lexzyne Productions. Tell them Gene Flo sent you. Shout out to Vic Von P. I see you, bro. Salute. Anybody seen Rec lately? Rec 760. If y'all been seeing Rec, tell him Gene Flo misses him. Tell him I'm gonna have to reach out to Rec, see what's going on with Rec. Every time I see Vic Von P, I feel like I need to see Rec 760 right there. We got to figure out what's going on. Rec, come back, man. Come back. Let's clear the air. If it's something I said, let me know. Because why? What do I always say about community? What's community without communication, and what's communication without transparency? So if there's something I say, look, I'm just by myself. I'm one man right here. I might say some shit because I'm just speaking. Nah, I'm just playing. No, but if I say anything that may cross the hairs of somebody, drop it. If you don't want to drop it in the chat, drop it. Hit me in the DM. Hit me. Say what's up. Speak your mind. Let's start a communication. Let's start a dialogue. I want to be an open book for the fam. Never do I want to ever have any negative vibes or disrespect to anybody in the community. Positive vibes, always. And speaking of positive vibes, we're going to get right into our next producer who set a vibe off in the first hour. I'm excited to give our next producer some more time on the show and give you guys some more vibes for your evening. Folks, fam, friends, give it up. This is 2 for Moon Garden. Give it up, give it up. That was Two Vibes from Moon Garden. I felt like I was laying on a field of leaves, perhaps cherry blossoms, kind of like what the album cover or photo art for Moon Garden looks like, but looking up into the sky. That's very appropriate. We're going to put that back on the screen. That cover art is very appropriate for the soundscapes that he provided for us today. And as we have the name on the screen, go ahead and give him a follow, send him a message, tell him the Beat Block sent you.
And you know that's right.
Follow him at Moon Garden, MOONGRDN, Moon Garden. Let him know you want some more of that lo-fi, chilling in the leaves vibes, meditative vibes, contemplative vibes, smokers vibes, what have you. Over here talking about 70s pubic afros. What are we talking about over here? But yeah. Moon Garden, salute. Hit me up, Moon Garden. It's been a minute since we've talked. Let me know what's going on. Hope everything's well. Folks, fam friends, our next producer made her debut in hour number 1, and I know she's been eagerly awaiting in the chat room for hour number 2 to come through and to continue her debut and see what it do. Beat Block. Folks, fam friends, give it up for my friend and yours. This is 2 for No Shenanigans. No shenanigans. Folks, fan, friends, she did not come to play today. That was 2 for No Shenanigans.
No shenanigans.
Oof. Oof, oof, oof. I feel it. I feel it in my chest. Feel it in my chest. Vic Von P feeling it. Dropping the fire emojis. If you like what you heard, give her a follow, send her a message, tell the Beat Block sent you.
And you know that's right.
We got the name on the screen. Go ahead and search at No Shenanigans. That's N-O, No Shenanigans, spelled SHENANIGINS. No Shenanigans. And make sure to come through. Make sure to come through this Saturday, December 17th. Barrio Logan, So Loca, Sewing His Life. 40 artists, 40 plus artists going to be in the building. Plus, No Shenanigans is going to be in the building with her man performing a dope set. Oh, they have energy, y'all. And they're together, like that energy, plus sharing that energy on stage. Oof. It's a beautiful thing to see. Shout outs to Air Wallace. And shout outs to Rhyme Style Troop, who's also going to be in the building. Shout outs to my brother Kill C Ray. We are the Invisible Ponchos. So make sure to come through if you're in the San Diego area. Saturday, December 17th. Barrio Logan. More information at theinvisibleponchos.com. But give it up once again, making the fire debut here on the Beat Block. No Shenanigans. Fam, we're just about wrapping up here for tonight's show. We got our last producer of the evening. He gave us a little teaser in the beginning, some new exclusive, but a little teaser, a little appetizer, just to, wet the palate for you guys to tune in for the second hour of this producer. Folks, fan, friends, let's give it up. This is 2 for New Rudis. Folks, fam, friends, give it up. That was 2 for New Rudis. If you like what you heard, give him a follow, send him a message, tell him the Beat Block sent you.
And you know that's right.
Let's put the name back on the screen for those who want to go ahead and follow at New Rudist, NEWRUDIST. That's New Rudist. Yo, that second one, that first one was dope. I like the experimental. You're always doing some dope experimental shit. You try different sounds, new techniques. You just try shit, and I like it. And that second one that's a hit, bro. Get you an artist to get on that or put it out. You know what I mean? As an instrumental, I'd listen to that. That was the one. Definitely feeling that. Vic Von Peace, salute, bro. Appreciate you, man. No shenanigans. Hey, I'm glad that we were able to get you on the show finally. You came through. I always say, man, that debut, the energy is always right. The energy's always right on the debut. And you're always good company as well. So appreciate you. Salute. I'll see you on Saturday. It's going to be live. It's going to be a vibe. Shout outs to all the producers that we had on the show today. Shout outs to Admiral Atlas. Shout outs to CDT Beats. Shout out to Curtis King. Shout out to Chemtrail. Shout out to Lexine Productions. Shout out to Moon Garden. Shout outs to the debut. No Shenanigans. And rounding out today's crew, New Rudis. Shout out to the squad, the fam, Platform Collection. Please do me a favor. Do us a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that bell icon. Subscribe so you can keep up to date with everything that's going on with Platform Collection. Drop a comment. Those comments you drop on our videos allows these videos to get into the eyes of people who aren't already up on game with Platform Collection and the Beat Blog, Heartful Truth, Chrissy's Internet, Parker Edison Project, what have you. So a little support helps support us and support other people get on board with the Beat Blog.
And you know that's right.
Shout out to everyone in Platform Collection. Shout out to my family. Melly, 7 Octobers, OG Hip Hop Eddie, Parker Edison, and my brother Kill C Ray. Reminder, we got a Poncho's live show this week, Saturday. Barrio Logan, So Loca, Sewing His Life. 40 plus artists coming through one building, a gathering, a presentation, a showcase, a vibe. A show featuring musical guest Air Wallace and our debut girl herself, No Shenanigans, Rhyme Style Troupe, and my brother Kill C Ray and myself, the Invisible Ponchos. I myself will also be dropping a fire DJ set, if I may say so myself. It's also an art supply drive. So if you have any art supplies, please bring donations. Hop on over to the 99 and get a couple pieces there and bring it with you. Little goes a long way. You already know donations go a long way.
You know that's right.
Shout out earlier, touching on our topic of the day. Remember, if you have a lot on your plate, if you think you're in the middle of some chaos right now and things are getting out of hand, just take one thing and write it down that you need to do and then write down what you need to do to get that thing done. Start with that one thing and then just move on to the next thing and take one thing at a time. Remember, everything's going to be okay. If you feel like right now you're in the middle of chaos, just know you're going to go ahead and get out of it. Just take the steps. Take a breath, then take the steps. One step at a time. Get organized, and it'll be all good. We also had our deal of the day. Go ahead and grab that saturation knob from SoftTube. Throw that in your mixes and check what it does in your mixes. It does some really cool things under the hood with that one knob. And also shout out to 7 Octobers getting this week's dig of the week. Make sure to go grab Unlearning Volume 1 by Evidence. Go grab that Weatherman LP. Well, he's sold out online. Hopefully he drops it again. He just dropped it and that shit went out in like 30 seconds. Anyways, shout outs to the homegirl for grabbing that, getting that autograph, that sign. That means a lot. And yeah, if you haven't checked out that record, make sure to go check out that record. Shout out to everybody in the chat, the community, the Beat Block alumni community. Shout out to Admiral Atlas, OG Belinda, Vic Von P, OG Hip Hop Eddie, Kill C Ray, Russ Taka, Parker Edison, James Washington, No Shenanigans, CDT Beats. Bam, 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 bam. Everybody for tuning in, making it a vibe. It's always a family event. Shout outs to y'all. Next week, we have a special edition of the Beat Block, Chopping Block. Check in tomorrow for the post. We'll go ahead and have the samples up for you guys to download to get in on those chops tomorrow. For next week, excuse me. Man, for OG Hip Hop Eddie, it's been another dope episode of the Beat Block. Episode 35. I am your host, Gene Flo. Appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in. Every single Monday right here on Platform Collection. Until next time, go out there, spread some love. That's the human way. And remember, never stop creating. We'll see you next week. Everybody have a good night. Have a great week. Peace. Peace.